Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is July the 14th, 2020. What's the shirt say? Strong hand, long-term thinking. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. I'm offended by selling. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. Hello, my elite friends. If you have questions, I've got answers. Do a super chat. You can type in BitcoinMeister, get my attention, ask me a question. I love those questions. Keep them coming, and I will answer your question. All right, UK Bitcoin Master is here. It's nighttime over there in England, but here it's 4:30 in the afternoon in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm going to go running soon. Okay, remember, check out the links below, please. DisruptMeister.com and follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. This Week in Bitcoin was great. Omar Crypto Bomb was on, Brecky Von Bitcoin, and Nick Bitcoin Magazine. That's all linked to below. So yesterday, after I was finished my show, I was on Twitter and somehow stumbled upon an Alyssa Milano tweet. I totally forgot. Maybe someone retweeted it because it had to do with economics. And it's kind of funny when yesterday's show was about Robert Breedlove's article. Please watch yesterday's show. I review Robert's article. He's a smart guy, and I had some things to say about it. We're going to talk about it in a second. But, he stresses the scarcity of Bitcoin and that fiat can be counterfeited and just printed out of printed to work. It can be inflated away, and we understand that. But Alyssa Milano, a lot of people know who Alyssa Milano is. She's got a lot of followers on Twitter. A lot more people know about Alyssa Milano than Robert Breedlove, Adam Meister, more than Peter Schiff, more than economic people, more the 80%ers. They know Alyssa Milano, and she's got her own 80%er theory of money that she shared with the world. Oh, she even linked to a quantitative easing link, but in a positive way. She likes quantitative easing. She likes the money printing. Now, this is in response, because on yesterday's show also, Robert Breedlove, his article says that people are going to wake up to the financial situation and the central banks will go away. And I said, no, that is not going to happen. And it's just so funny. She's a perfect example of why it isn't going to happen, why the central banks will continue to exist. So, because we are living right now, the government says for people to put diapers on their faces, and people do it. They eat it right up. So if people put diapers on their faces because the government says so, you better believe they're going to, if the government says the dollar is your money, they're going to say, yeah, the dollar is my money. I don't see people going down these rebellious paths that Robert talked about in the article when I'm out there on the street seeing the people with the diapers on their faces. So here we go. And she is a multimillionaire. Remember, she's a multimillionaire influencer. Everybody knows who she is on Twitter. And she uses foul language, which is unfortunate. She's, F this, we are losing this battle. And all these, I'll say jerks, are, let's use the bad word, talking about our kids going back to school. Nope. We need a national shutdown now. Print cash. Give people UBI until we get this pandemic under control. That's not about scarcity there. She hasn't caught on to the bead story that Robert told yesterday. She wants more beads. Print more beads. Put more beads out there. That will solve. Let's be short-term thinkers here. Let's be impulsive. We see some statistics. Let's scare people about our kids and just keep on printing money. Now, of course, she's a multimillionaire already, and if they keep on printing money, she has assets, and she'll be fine. But the people that she's trying to protect, it's for the children, it's for the poor people. By inflating away our currency, they're going to be the ones that are going to be hurt the most. But don't worry, no matter what, if there's mass printing going on because Alyssa got on the phone with Trump or something like that, or if there's not, it's still being inflated away, surely, but slowly but surely, or quicker than it used to be. But this is, and many people agree with her. Many people agree with her. You just print the money. Just print it. Everybody, stop working. Lock yourselves in your houses and just print the money. Like Alyssa Milano says, that is her theory of economics, her theory of money. And guys, that's reality. That's what most people want. They don't know about Robert Breedlove's article. They're not into scarcity. What's scarcity? Well, I want more dollars, and who cares if no one's producing anything anymore? I'll just have my dollars. Yes, this is the logic of the 80%ers. Many of the 80%ers out there, and she's a very good representation of them. And millions of followers on Twitter, millions of people retweeting that, arguing. Not millions retweeting it, but many are. And I want to give everybody a peek into reality, because all of us here in the Bitcoin ecosystem, we love these thoughtful, well-researched articles about how fiat and central banks are horrible. But in reality, here's a woman who wants to give more power to the central banks, and for more people to get rid of their personal to have no personal responsibility and completely become wards of the state. Pound that like button if you're against Alyssa Milano. Pound that like button if you remember Tony Danza. Pound that like. All right. Now, what else do we have? So we talk about Alyssa, but here we go. There's a guy out in Texas, great state of Texas. He understands what Alyssa doesn't understand. He knows that the printing of the money, that's not going to really solve any problems. But if he can get a hold of that money real fast, Cantillon effect type of stuff, if he can get that as quick as possible and as much as possible and turn it into Bitcoin, then he's in good shape. But what he did was illegal, and you should not do this. But it shows you that there are some people out there that are smart. They know that the paper money, they don't have to play that game. And if they can get it for free and turn it into Bitcoin. But what he's a guy in Texas. He pretended he had like a barbecue restaurant, and he got $1.1 million in virus relief from the government, which he immediately, as soon as he could, sent to Coinbase because he was going to buy Bitcoin there. But it didn't work out too well for him because, of course, Coinbase, he was caught, okay? But I tell the story, not that so that you don't emulate him. Please, don't do what that dude did. But it just shows you that what people are willing to do to turn that fiat into the real thing and to quickly to get rid of it as soon as possible. But he did something wrong. He tried to totally steal from the government. Now, there are plenty of, when the government does something like this, when they do what Alyssa wants them to do, print more money, UBI, so many entities just steal, okay? Anytime the government's involved, everyone knows that they're totally inefficient, so hey, why not steal from them? Some people say that it's not a good idea to do, but all sorts of corruption and comes out of the fiat, the nonstop printing by the Federal Reserve, and Robert went into that yesterday, actually. And but this dude, he wanted to do his corruption and then turn it into Bitcoin. Okay, just an example of real life. But there are few people that value their wealth in Bitcoin like that guy did. Most of the people are like the Alyssa Milanos of the world. So I do want to say, yesterday when I was, my voice was getting loud there talking about Robert, and I said he better own some Bitcoin if he's written such a thorough article about this. And I should have said, yeah, of course he owns Bitcoin. He is in charge of a big fund. He's been around the space for a while. If he didn't at this point, then he's living a big lie. And I'm not going to accuse him of that. And so there are a lot of people that are like, he's a real smart. And I said, he is a real smart guy. And he's been around for a while, and he's in motion. He is in charge. He's a CEO of Parallax Digital. Okay. So there were all sorts of people that read that article and are like, he is such a Bitcoin maximalist. He values his wealth in Bitcoin. He is, oh, I love him because he's against the traditional financial system of central banks. And clearly, if he's a Bitcoiner, he's a control your own private key type of guy. And that's when he's a freedom type of guy. And to be truly free with Bitcoin, we all know you have to control your own private key, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I just want to point this out because I'm not going to get I don't want him to be sent to the Bitcoin Inquisition or anything like that. But it's important to say that, I mean, his business, and he's free to do his business. People give him, they give him their Bitcoin. I mean, they allow him to make cryptocurrency related decisions for them. Okay. And I mean, I from his article, I thought, he's talking about slavery and everything. And one would think that, he would be the biggest. Everyone should control their own private key. Everyone should make their own financial decisions. Everyone should be in the Bitcoin. I thought it was about valuing your wealth in Bitcoin. Now, I'm not ripping on the dude, but I'm kind of like, protecting him just in case. Not protecting him. If people do their research into him, what you read from the article isn't, everything that he is. It says Bitcoin and crypto asset investment strategies. This is from his site. He has clients, obviously. In portfolio construction, we seek to identify unique projects with real-world applications backed by strong teams, technical fundamentals, and robust addressable markets. So yeah, he invests people's money into other cryptocurrencies, which he can do. But that's not valuing your wealth in Bitcoin. He uses some pretty trendy words there, projects, strong teams, crypto assets, portfolio construction. I mean, for me, I thought the person who wrote that article would just be like, Bitcoin is my portfolio. And perhaps for him, Bitcoin is his portfolio. But I would advise people, and I don't care who runs the business. You don't need don't diversify for the sake of diversification. Your crypto portfolio should be Bitcoin. Bitcoin is my portfolio. Bitcoin is my crypto portfolio. And I'm not into whatever bead is the flavor of the month. But I'm not ripping on the dude, okay? I've just given some insight there. He is very good for this space. Very, very good speaker. And people do love articles like that, which I think people get carried away with articles like that when they think the whole it gets into scapegoating, it gets into the Federal Reserve is not going away, and then when you see what Alyssa Milano's selling you better believe the Federal Reserve is not going away anytime soon, and people are going to keep on valuing their wealth in dollars. But at the same time, I hope that people are not valuing their wealth in altcoins. All right, enough of that. Now, check out the links below. Check out my backup channel. You can see the Beyond Bitcoin show there every Saturday and other shows. Play this at 2x. DisruptMeister.com has over 1,700 of my Bitcoin-related videos added. Every single one I've been involved in. So check that out, DisruptMeister.com. DisruptMeister.com. Okay, so Twitter. I'm TechBalt on there, TechBalt. There's an article here, and I haven't heard anybody in our Bitcoin space address this yet. It says there was a leak about their Gryphon subscription service that they were hiring people, okay? So what is their Gryphon subscription service that people aren't supposed to know about? It's entirely unclear what exactly Twitter's plans are for Gryphon. It's not the first time that rumors have swirled about it trying to convert some of its millions of free users into paying customers. But this is a more concrete confirmation of its interest in subscriptions. So they want, and I have said for a while, yeah, why not monetize it? Why? People are tired of all the nonsense there. If they could somehow get people would pay to get rid of the nonsense. some type of subscription service where they wouldn't see all the nonsense. So, and Jack Dorsey loves to talk about Bitcoin, loves to talk about Lightning Network. Could it be that this Gryphon thing is you set up some Lightning Network account with them, and you pay for this where you only get the good stuff? That's what you're subscribing to. I'm only subscribing to the good stuff on Twitter. I decide what the good stuff is, but I got to pay for it, and it's with Lightning Network. Maybe I haven't heard anyone propose that. So they are definitely one step closer to having a subscription service. They are hiring people to research a subscription service and build a secret subscription service. And perhaps it's secret because he doesn't want to let the cat out of the bag that it's going to involve cryptocurrency. I don't know. I'm just theorizing. But I thought I would throw that out there because I had not heard anyone mention this. And I try to give you different news on this. I try not to give you the CoinDesk generic, you know what type of stuff. You know, we're unique beast here. This is your home of Bitcoin insider information. Let me see if anyone had any questions. Don't worry, we're going to talk about Peter Schiff in a second because he's really into. He's really into FUDing Bitcoin, into a new FUD, a new type of FUD out there. And I've seen this out there. It's a $10,000 Bitcoin FUD. When will Bitcoin get back to $10,000? Bitcoin will never get back to $10,000. There are people that are tossing it out there. It's pretty mindless stuff, but you can see how people who are not already mentally in the 5-digit realm, you can see how they could become annoyed by this. But of course, all of us here, we are in the 5-digit realm. We already experienced it. We know it's there, that, whatever, temporarily $9,000 or whatever. We know we're one day closer to an all-time high. But Peter Schiff decides he wants to FUD about it in a very noticeable way. And since he is a noticeable person, he's got a lot of followers. There's plenty of other people that you don't know are FUDing or doing this $10,000 nonsense. And for you fiat freaks, whatever, people value their wealth in fiat, but we value it in Bitcoin. But Peter values it in fiat, clearly. This quiz is for Bitcoin holders. How much longer does the price of Bitcoin have to stay below $10,000 before you throw in the towel and sell? Now, I assume he thought he was going to get a lot of like one more year type of answers here. So see here, one more year, 15% of the people said they would throw in the towel. If it didn't get above 10,000 in one more year, they would throw in the towel. And 3 more years was 13.8%. 10 more years was 13.3%. And then I'm taking it to my grave is 57.7%. Strong hand. That's not what he was looking for. He wasn't looking for that. Oh, no. And the people who try to spread this $10,000 FUD, they want weak hands. They want people to say, nah, I can't last a year. If it doesn't go above 10,000, I'm quitting. Oh, no. The people out there, it's an unscientific poll, but the majority of the people, like me, they're going down with the freaking ship, okay, baby? And the ship isn't going down. Taking it to your grave. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. It's one day closer to an all-time high. When that day will come, who knows? But people are patient. They are not impulsive. They are not, they can defer gratification. They are long-term thinkers. And that unscientific poll, that kind of blew up in his face right there. But hey, he's entitled to, he can do whatever he wants to do over there. And I'm not putting him on a pedestal here. It's me using an example of this 10K FUD and how it can easily be ripped to shreds. All right, now, finally, a guy, Polylunar, or maybe it's a lady, has a tweet. Did you ever want to know who funds Bitcoin development and who receives those funds? And a lot of people do because they bring up all these conspiracy theories. Now you can check out my little new page, Bitcoin Grants Tracker. All right, dudes. Conspiracy theorists that think I don't know, who knows who controls the Bitcoin developers, blah, blah, blah. Check out the Bitcoin grants tracker. You can see where the money's coming from and who it's going to, okay? Good job. Good job out there getting rid of some of that Blockstream FUD. That's another famous FUD. And let me just see. Taval Docker said, what's up? I just, and who else? All right, no questions. There are a lot of people talking there, but no questions. Someone said, who's the boss? If anyone caught my reference to what I said beforehand, you'll know that's actually not a question. Who's the boss in the context of this show is not a question. All right. I'm Adam Meister, BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, pound that like button. Please retweet it too. That's the best way you can support the show for free, dudes. I'm out of here. I'm going running. See ya. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.